It is finally here, boys. I am so excited. I feel like a kid at Christmas when new games come out. I'm not going to lie. But, boys, we're ready for episode number 1. So grab yourselves a pew, make yourselves a brew, and let's crack on with this episode today with Tottenham Hotspur. And we're going to be taking a look at the team and seeing what happens. But let's first of all create our manager. If you haven't got the EA Play trial yet, get it right now. It's out on all platforms and enjoy it. Of course, if you're on PC, I think you've got the full game now. So we'll see what happens with that. But this is episode number 1 of FIFA 2022. And I'm excited, boys. It's going to be a long year of content for us on this game. I hope you guys are as excited as I am. And if you are new around here, smash that subscribe button. We're going to stay with 5 minutes for now, just purely because of the situation with the 10-hour trial. I'd like to get 5 episodes out. So there's 5 days until the full game drops. I don't have the full game. So there's 5 days until the full game drops. And then that gives me 5 episodes. So you got an episode a day of this career mode. That's the plan. Anyway, we're going to go strict, though. We're going to go strict. I didn't mind strict. It was pretty decent last year. I don't want international jobs. Disable the hell out of them. I am keeping the first window, although I don't want to do many transfers, guys. But I am going to keep the first window. So suggestions are important. I have a few in my head. In the build-up to this save, there are a few players that I thought would suit this team. But let me know who you think we should be signing as well. We'll add some of them to the list. And, of course, Europa Conference this time out for Tottenham. I'm ready to shine, mate. I'm absolutely ready to shine. I'm ready. Give me the new season. Give me my opportunity to shine. Speaking of shine, the sun is actually giving me really good natural lighting today. But as the videos go on, I'm probably going to be pulling a 24-hour stint of playing this game because on PC, I'm going to be recording the rebuilds. Keep your eyes peeled for those rebuilds. I'm really looking forward to bringing them. Been working really hard on the thumbnails. But here we go. Here I am. I have arrived, ladies and gentlemen. Sir Yorkiemann is in the building. Now, you guys should hear this sound absolutely fantastically. I can't hear a thing. I'm still working out some capture card to Xbox stuff. But as long as you guys can hear it, that's all that matters. And as per usual, just give us the most money possible. I don't actually know how much Daniel Levy's going to be giving us for this first window. He is 65 and 407. That's a lot of wages. We don't need that much wages. So we've nearly got like 80 million. And that's a pretty sizable budget, I would say, boys, for this first window. I'm going to have to get used to looking here as well and not here. So do apologize if I'm doing this a lot because I don't know where I'm supposed to be looking. I'm not used to actually playing any games on this monitor. Of course, the all-important thing is taking a look at the squad and seeing how we should be lining up. And I haven't made too many changes to career mode, which I don't know. It's a little bit annoying, but the new gameplay should probably make career mode even more enjoyable. We are going to be doing some settings videos coming up once I've had my hands on the game for a little bit. But you've got to put these videos out as quickly as possible when the game launches. So we've got Hugo Lloris and then a load of prospect goalkeepers. We don't actually have a backup goalkeeper at the moment. So add to the list. We need a goalkeeper. Maybe someone who's not good for now. Lloris's contract will expire in 12 months, and I am going to let him go for free. Of course, guys, around there, I do tend to try and keep it as realistic as possible, so bear that in mind. We are decent at left-back with Sessegnon, Reguilón, and Davis, so I'm not worried about left-back at all. Potentially could play a free at the back. Of course, we have loaned in Christian Romero. Now, I'm not sure the actual deals will be in. In fact, I'm pretty positive the deals won't be in. So we will have to go in and sign him at the end of it. The game looks good, guys, though. This is my first time on Next Gen. Enjoying it already. Eric Dyer, Sanchez. I think the back line is probably our weakest position. That's why Romero's a really good addition to the team. Cameron Carter-Vickers is out on loan. We've got Fagan Walcott. Leon's Foster, who's definitely going to be added to the loan list. There's no way he's getting game time. Rondon and Tanganga, who can play at centre-back. I like him as a centre-back. And we got Emerson Royal, right, as a right-back. So, and Doherty. So I think Tandanga, for me, will probably play centre-back. In fact, we'll instantly stick him on that development plan for him to play at centre-back. Just train him in that position. Hopefully, it'll help him grow. Again, with the positions and with training, I don't like to cheese it. Again, I like to keep it as realistic as possible. But we might do some wacky stuff down the line and see how it goes. But Rondon, of course, a young player for the future. And we might keep Fagan Walcott around for now. This right-back, definitely not. How old is he? Oh, he's Estonian. Definitely add him to the lot. Estonian. Let's go, boys. Yeah, you're going to be transfer listed because 58 rated at that age of 20, you're probably never going to do it for the club. But his contract's going to be out. I'm looking forward to using Emerson. Very good player, very quick player, if I remember correctly. Yeah, we can see there that he's pretty fast with his 84 pace. His acceleration's up there as well. So, yeah, excited to actually get to use Emerson, see how he does. Oliver Skip, another player that I'll be looking to give game time and progress his career here. Højbjerg, Winks. I mean, we're sorted at CDM. aren't we, to be fair? Because I think Ndombele could even play there. Harvey White will be loaned out. I want to use youngsters, but not that young. And then, wow, that is... Where's the centre mids? Okay, that's fine. I was like, do we have no centre mids? But of course we do. We've got Son left mid. I love Son. Son is one of my favourite players. You are going to be hearing me shout Son believable when he scores goals left, right and centre. Bergwijn as well, a very good player as Brian Gill, who is a youngster. Bergwijn can play all across the wings, though, as far as I know. And Son's a little bit similar, so we're not really pigeonholed. Son needs to play on the left, but Bergwijn could play on the right if need be. And Gill is definitely someone I would like to give game time. I would have preferred him to get a face. Alfie Devine, I'm a fan of him. FIFA, maybe not so much a fan of him. I will loan him out. Because I played a lot of Football Manager, I know that this guy can be really good. Lo Celso, if we could keep him fit and not injured. And Dembele, I'm a huge fan of Dembele. Niall John will be loaned out as well. I'm going to loan out all the youngsters this first season. Can we resurrect Mr. Dele Alli's career? Probably not. Nobody else has done that so far. Jack Clark, Leeds boy. So we'll see if I could do anything with him. He's probably not going to play at all. He plays right mid, and my issue is at the moment, he's kind of... Bergwijn's going to be ahead of him. Mora's going to be ahead of him. We will loan out Jack Clark again. Endlessly loaned out. Dylan is probably going to be added to the transfer list. I think at 1958 rated, he's probably not going to hit where we want. We've got Lucas Moura there, who's... I did not know Lucas Moura was 28. I thought he was older than that. Scala is someone who I want to give opportunities this season, especially in cup games. 17 years of age. This guy looks really promising and exciting. I want to give him opportunities. And I know Spurs fans are really high on him. They're excited to see what he could do. Harry Kane, of course, is still at the club. We can have a conversation in next season whether you think Harry Kane should stay at the club or we should move him on, probably depending where we manage to finish in the league. Troy Parrott, endlessly out on loan. And that is it. So we are weakest for sure up top. But there is a striker that potentially I might want to sign in the future. I'm going to go add a few players to the list now. And we're going to pick the tactic that we're going to be playing. Boubacar Kamara is the first player on this list. And that is purely and simply because his contract's up and he's a wonderful player. He's a beast. CDM, and I know we've got a lot of players there, but not like this guy. This guy is unbelievably good with his high defensive work rate. He's not bad at going forward either. I really like him. I think he's a superstar in the making as well at 21. A year left on his contract. Why not? I also did add a couple of wingers in Jeremy Doku and Noah Lang. Now, Doku, for me, was unbelievable in the Euros and just showed really what he can do. And I don't imagine that he's at Stade Rennais for much longer. So I'm excited to see if we could pick him up and what he could do. The right wing were a little bit weaker because Son's definitely, for me, a starter week in, week out on the left. I did also add Noah Lang, though, because he was linked with Leeds in real life. I think he's a brilliant player. Played very recently in Europe when I got to watch him, and he was fantastic. He's got a really bright career ahead of him. He also could play on the right side for us, so it does give us those options. And then, of course, up top, we needed to add some strikers. And with the conversation of maybe does Harry Kane be here next year, you guys will decide that. I'll let you guys have that vote. Lautaro Martinez was the player I added. Now, linked with him in real life with Spurs, and I'm an Inter fan, so I'm glad they didn't get him. But he's an absolutely wonderful player, and I would love to get to use him on this year's FIFA, because in reality, this might be the only save where we can afford this kind of player. And he's just going to be a beast. At 23, he's 85 rated already. But we do have Dusan Vlahovic as well on that list. Now, I believe Spurs were linked with him again in real life. And he's someone that needs a little bit more work. We'd have to spend a bit more time with him to improve him. And I wish he had a face. He also could be a beast. He brings a lot of what Harry Kane has in his height and his presence. If we can improve his ability on the football, he's certainly already got a finishing touch from watching him this year in Serie A. He could be the one for us, but more of the future one for us. We do need another centre-back, but in my mind, we don't need another centre-back until next season because we've got a lot and we've still got Romero here. So I'll let you guys have a little bit of conversation on what you think we should do there at centre-back and who potentially we should bring in. Now, of course, Spurs have been playing this awful football for a few years now, and it was bad under Mourinho, but that's Mourinho, that's what you get, and the man wins trophies unless you sack him the week of a cup final. I'm not saying they would have won it, I'm just saying he'd have done better than Ryan Mason. And then they hired Mr. Nuno after going through, 19 managers that they couldn't hire, and of course now Yorkiemann's here, so you're going to be safe and sound. But we're changing the style of football. We're going back to the days when it was like Poch was here, because it's awful right now if you're a Spurs fan to watch your team play. 1-0 wins in the league and then a couple of losses is just probably, I mean, Chelsea, you probably expected that, but still, man, that's not good. The Palace game, the Palace game. We're not going to have that. We're not going to have that because even if we do lose, we're going to play exciting football, expansive football, trying to get the best out of our wings. Now, this is what I've set up at the moment. We are going to press. We're going to press for the first time. We're going to be trying to pressure the opposition to win the ball back as high up the pitch as we can. And I want us to be fairly wide and not too deep. Fairly wide if we can be, because I want to be moving the ball out to the wings. I want it to be fast. I want those forward runs to be being made in behind as quickly as possible. I want to ping the ball up to Harry Kane, because I've heard that long pinging balls and cross-play switches are really good on this year's game. And then him move it onto the wingers like Son. His link up with Son could be really important this year for what we managed to do. And then all the set-piece stuff is the same because I'm not too fussed about it at the moment. And I will work on the individual player stuff once I get to grips with the actual gameplay and the match engine stuff, because I haven't played a single game of FIFA 22 yet. So we could be starting off badly. Now, the settings so far for this is going to be this. 5 minutes, legendary. We always play on legendary. It's just what we do. And I've added player-based difficulty, which apparently star players on CPU teams will be more intelligent and will play better. And I love that. This should have been in for a long time. I mean, this just should be in the gameplay. But that's far better than competitor mode, where all the players, like Ashley Barnes, is doing Rabonas and stuff and flicks and tricks. That's just not me. We haven't touched any of the sliders yet. I'm probably going to touch the injury one here straight away. And I do usually like to slow play down, but I already know that injuries won't be better this year. So we are going to pump up the injuries straight away to what we had last year. And we'll see what effect that has in the running when it comes to the injuries, basically. But I am going to leave everything else the same as it is while we just see how the gameplay is, because I do think it's a little bit slower. It's a little bit more realistic this year from what I'm hearing, so I'm not too stressed. I do have the Youth Academy, which we probably won't use that much in this save. We are going to be doing a lot more Youth Academy stuff throughout the year, but in this save we probably won't use it much, and as per usual, you kind of get one player that's a bit of a beast. But I mean, he's 16 and 45 rated already, Fran Hutrado. So I don't know if he does make it, but we're going to let these guys go instantly. Now, this is not going to be a long save, boys. This is going to be a couple of seasons, maybe a third if we feel like it, but I'm aiming for 2 maximum. So if we do more seasons, then that's great, but at the end of the day, I don't want to delve into the youth system stuff if we're not going to be going for that long. Now, the board's expectations. Youth development, it's high, but hopefully they don't do us for that one. Get 15 games with at least 1 goal scored in home matches this season. I mean, I'm planning to do that because I'm planning to play really good attacking football with this Spurs team. Sign 3 players from South America. Interesting one. We're probably not going to do that one, but it's critical. I don't see us signing 3 players from South America. I just don't see that happening. Europa League Conference, win it, which I genuinely do think we should be trying to win that competition. I think we should be winning it with the best team in it outright by a mile. Domestic League, get Champions League football, which I think could be very tough, and reach the final of the FA Cup. So I imagine I'm going to really disappoint the board this year, but I'm used to disappointing people. Ask my ex-girlfriend. She was always very disappointed. I don't see us achieving that. I just don't. I don't see us getting Champions League or the final of the FA Cup. I do think we will win the Conference League, though. Maybe that just makes them happy enough to stay around for a while. We also have the first scout report, as per usual, and there's a few okay players in here. You know, Martial was a player that maybe we would have gone for. If I didn't think he was absolutely dog water in real life, maybe we would have gone in for him. Luca Digne there could be brilliant for us, but we don't need a left back. I'll be scouting as we go along, and of course, adding players that you guys bring in. Introduction to the scouting centre. But I think that is enough of the introductions, boys. Who do we kick the season off with? Is it real life fixtures? Can't remember who Spurs played in real life. It definitely wasn't Man City, right? So we're going to kick off against Man City. What a baptism of fire that is going to be. Wolves and Watford. Now, the way this is going to go until the game is officially out is it's probably going to be 3 games an episode. That's what I'm aiming for at 5 minutes. I'm kind of roughly spacing myself with, I've got 2 hours for each episode to record them in order to get you 5 episodes of this until Monday. And I think that's achievable, unless there's a glitch somewhere where we get unlimited time. What a start to the season there against Man City. And unfortunately, I think this is now Atalanta. It's not even close. It basically makes doing a Serie A career mode completely obsolete this year because it's absolutely awful. Now, I am going to do I'm actually going to do the training stuff. I wasn't going to, but I am going to do it. We win our first game there against River Plate. I am going to do the training stuff because I think we lost to fake Atalanta. Can't believe that. Because I think it's going to be really handy for us moving forward. We kind of need it, don't we? This is a new message I've not seen before where it's saying make sure you use your substitutes. You can now make 7 subs in pre-season. Is that new to the game? Could you not make 7 subs before? It feels like it's new. So we've got some transfer offers here, but I don't think any of them are going to be what we want to go for. I don't really want to let anybody go this season. So we've got one here for Eric Dyer, which I'm just going to outright reject. Joe Linton coming our way. No, thank you. I'm also not expecting the transfer logic this year to be any better than it was last year because they haven't really said it is. There's just some nice new details that they've added, but we'll reject that for Manchester United as well for Lucas Moura and then Real Madrid for Ndombele. Now, in the future, after season 1, if some big bids came in for like Ndombele from Real Madrid, I probably would have to sell him. But loan offer here for White, which is exactly what we wanted. 1 year to Oviedo. So instead of doing the loan to buy, which they do every single time last year, that's instantly just a 1 year loan. That is banging. I like that. That is good news. How excited am I that a bug's been fixed? But I am. I'm excited about it. So we've already received quite a little bit of money for the tournament so far. We're pretty rich at the moment. So the semi-final here against Sevilla. Let's see if we can win it. This will be the lineup I go with. But what I'm noticing now is there's only the 2 options now, right? Quick sim and whatnot. We go through on penalties. Nice. So I think they've just cleaned that up a little bit. And are we playing Atalanta there in the final? Fake Atalanta. Playing them in the final. Really is a shame with the licenses that they're not in a good spot anymore, and it makes me sad. We're playing against Latium, which is Lazio this year. Oh, come on, EA, please get them back. Of course, if you're on PC, these will all be modded in the long run with Fifa's mods, so do not worry about that if you're on PC. But yeah, we're just not looking forward to playing any Italian side in like 2 legs because it's rubbish, isn't it? But we've won it. We've won our first trophy in management here at Tottenham. It was a pre-season tournament that nobody cares about. Audi Cup, ring a bell, Spurs fans? We've got a position change for Tandanga. I'm not going to do it right now. I'm going to keep him just on centre-back training for the moment. But I think that'll be a switch that we make pretty rapidly. I prefer him at centre-back. He's very mobile for a centre-back as well. Let's kind of get our way forward now. I would love to play the Man City game in this episode number 1 and bring you at least 1 game. Conference group is here, and it's pretty much what it is in real life. I'm not sure UTA is in that in real life. I don't know, right? But we've got Star René's, and I know that they played them in the opening day in Drip. So it's still a tough group. I think for the Conference League, that's a tough group. Star René were in Champions League last season, so it's not an easy group, this. This could be a difficult one, but I mean, it would be bad if we didn't get out of it, especially finishing top as well. A loan offer from Napoli for Rondon for 2 years. I'm going to reject it because I want to actually use Rondon. But we have got a loan to buy one here, so I'm going to delegate it with Jack Clark because I only want it to be a loan. And I'm happy for him to go to Watford for the season. I don't think he'll get the game time, but we'll see. Here we go then, first game. First game. We will do the press conference just to see if it's any different. I'm not really expecting these press conferences to have any difference whatsoever. But we're going to attend it just to see if they ask us some better questions. Can you carry your pre-season form? Let's just win games of football, guys. Let's just bloody win as many games of football as humanly possible. I said that in the smallest abbreviated manner as humanly possible, but it seems like you could just cheese the morale again by doing the press conferences. I don't usually do them because it's just an easy way to make your team morale ridiculously good. I have to cope with people's expectations when it comes to the Champions League because the expectations are ridiculously high. There's no way we do it. Every player has to earn his place. That's what kind of manager I am. You've got to earn your place here. You're not just going to be gifted it. You've got to earn it. And I expect you to work hard for it. Here we go then. First game of this FIFA 22 career mode and Yorkie's first game of FIFA 22 just in general. And we're taking on Man City. Baptism of fire. Unbelievably strong squad. They've gone and signed Mr. Jamie Vardy. They couldn't get their hands on Kane, so they got Vardy instead. I'm surprised they're not starting Grealish, but we know anyway. It's a strong team. It's going to be very difficult for us. This is going to be our starting 11. I'm trusting Sanchez and Dyer, which may be a huge mistake, instead of bringing in Tandanga today, but I just want to see how these boys get on in the first game. I'm instantly kind of excited about these new cutscenes. I'm not going to lie. And we're going to have face cam for the first time during the game. I'm just going to see how it goes. We should be all right with it, and I don't know if it's something you guys would want, so let me know. If you don't like the face cam during the matches, and you like it the way we already do it, let me know and we'll go back to normal with no face cam just for the matches. But yeah, we'll try it for this one and see what the feedback is. I may end up regretting today not starting Romero or Ndombele or Lo Celso. But I just want to give these guys an opportunity today. And I must admit, you probably won't see it the same way because it's coming through on a compressed video on YouTube, but this is stunning. This really is very, very aesthetically pleasing, and I like the little touch of the mascots this year. I think that's fantastic. Adds just a little bit more to the game day. I'm going to leave it a few days before we showed the lineups that way as well. But this is what we're going to go with. Telebroadcast. Now, I think this is what I used last year. I am not sure. And I've got a feeling this is going to be a really tough first game because I haven't played FIFA for about 4 days. And I certainly haven't played any of this FIFA. Oh, wow. Okay. Riyad Mahrez. Oh, well, you know, these things happen. How? How has this happened? Okay, that is one of the best goals I've seen a CPU score. You wouldn't get this. No one would have shot from there. What are we doing, Lloris? You're completely out of position, buddy. He's done him. What a finish that is. Outside of the foot, it's curling. Oh, come on, Lloris has got to do better there for me. Note to self, also using the wrong camera. It's co-op I like, not telebroadcast. And we got a long way back now, haven't we? I said we were going to try and press. I think it's bitters in the bottom there a little bit early on. But we'll see what we can do now. Try and get ourselves back in. Go on, Harry Kane. Go on, Harry Kane. Are we straight back into it? We're not. What a save from the keeper. Harry Kane's got to slot that in the back of the net. Well, the regrets of not starting what would have been a better back line have already settled in. We've got Højbjerg here, though. That's not his strong point, is it? Got charging forward in that position. Keep going. We'll fire that one in towards Harry Kane. Oh, he gets onto it as well and forces a corner from Edison. Lucas Moura now. Yeah, that double tap is great. That double tap is great. Harry Kane coming into the box. Should have gone far post, maybe. I'm going to hold that up. And then we're going to get it back here. Oh, we're not. That's terrible passing there from Højbjerg. Oh, Sterling there. See, that double tap of run actually will probably be very good. It's no different to the stick. It just seems a little bit more impactful. That's poor. That's poor. Oh, couldn't get there. That was a really poor pass. It seems like you can play way more wayward passes, though, this year. I'm being told already that defense is better because the goalkeepers are better. Although we've seen our goalkeeper have an absolute shocker, but that is a fantastic save from Mr. Lloris. Kevin De Bruyne hits them, you're always in danger. Half-time whistle blows, and apart from an absolute screamer from Riyad Mahrez of all people, Jamie Vardy's been non-existent in this one. But apart from that screamer, nothing's really happened. I tell you something though, this is massive for the game series. I'm sorry, if you're a career mode guy, this is huge. The fact that now we can look at the stats this way, we were better on the shots, but their expected goals were better. They've performed far more passes than us. Our dribble success rate is better though. Shot accuracy, not so good. But the possession and the heat map is just brilliant. We've got where we won the ball back, which we want to be winning it back higher up the pitch. And we've also got where we lost the ball, which of course was higher up the pitch. Anyway, I wonder if you can look at just individual players, which is a bit of a shame that we can't look at where individual players were heat map wise. But this is just miles better. You need this kind of in-depthness for a decent career mode. Well, the AI instantly seem a little bit more happy to shoot from distance. We've got some options there, and one of them was Harry Kane, and I didn't play it to Harry Kane. I played it to Son. And that was not the desired target for me there. Maybe I should have tried to lift the through ball in. Lucas Moura's been found now. Lucas Moura. Going to try and drive that one into Harry Kane. Oh, he went for the volley. Head it, Harry. You've got to head that one. That's surely another good opportunity for us. Well, here comes Walker with his ridiculous pace. He pulls that one back. Oh, what a goal. What a goal. How do you reply to that? You just don't stop them. That is superb play from Manchester City. Bernardo Silva with the hit. Said it was going to be a baptism of fire. Kyle Walker bursting down that wing was near impossible. And look at that for a strike. The technique. Lloris didn't stand a chance. I'm not going to blame him for that one. Jamie Vardy's just come off. Joseph Martinez coming on for Jamie Vardy, which is interesting. And of course, we're going to make a double sub. Lucas Moura's coming off for Bergwijn and Oliver Skip off for Lascelles. So Højbjerg will go to CDM. Needed the changes as well. We've had a couple of opportunities, but it's been a difficult learning curve. I've learnt one thing. Through balls just aren't as good as they were in last year's game, maybe. Although this might be good. Bergwijn wants to pull that one back across. Oh, it's nearly an own goal. Harry Kane didn't get to that. That was nearly an own goal. Between Walker and Mahrez, they're doing a bit of damage here to me. Get that away. Don't let him win it. Oh, that should be free. What a save from Lloris. Ooh, Lloris is playing actually pretty well. Apart from that early mistake, a couple of good saves now. Well, that's great to Reguilon. Reguilon across to Harry Kane. Oh, what a save from the goalkeeper. How has Edison saved that? I'm fuming. I thought this was at least a goal back and Harry Kane getting his first. Oh, what a save. Near post. We wouldn't have seen that last year, I'll tell you that. But Raheem Sterling coming off now and Jack Grealish coming on. And it's just ridiculous when City can make those kind of subs. Bergwijn now. Oh, Bergwijn now. This is brilliant. Play it in. Harry Kane. We'll pull it back across and Son scores. And there is time left. Pick the ball up, Son. Just go and celebrate, Son. Have a good time with you, mate. Have a good time. And that was great interplay from Bergwijn to Harry Kane to Son. And that's what we need. And we were quick with that breakaway. The double tap seems to be really important when you're breaking away, though. It got Bergwijn well clear. I was tempted to take that with Kane, but we need the goals. We breathe some life back into the game. Let's bring off Dele Alli now for Ndombele, who hopefully can win the ball back in midfield. Play the ball forward to Harry Kane, who scores to make it 2-2. That is on my dream board. That's what happens now. Oh, they've made a mistake. And the mistake is to give it to Harry Kane. Can Harry Kane get through? Harry Kane can. It's a tight angle. Harry Kane. Oh! That's what happened! That's what happened! Harry Kane with the bloody goal. I told you it was going to happen. I said I'd put it on my dream board. And when you put stuff on your dream board, these things happen. Harry Kane makes it 2. Oh, what a finish this is. I didn't think near post would be good because of how good the goalkeepers are. But when he smashes it with that level of power, there is no stopping Harry Kane's shot. Backing it 2-2, boys. It ended up being a Man City mistake that led to the goal. It was a really poor mistake from them as well. And we've managed to break our duck today by picking up 2 goals. And I weren't sure. Usually when I start a new FIFA, right, it can take me a little while to get used to the game. And we're going to have another opportunity here. Go on, Harry. I think he might be off. He's off. Oh, that's a shame. He would have been in. Bruyne now has caused me a lot of issues. Oh, that's great play. Oh, we're going to lose it right at the end. Heartbreak Hotel. It's Joseph Martinez on his debut. Oh, I can't believe all the work we've done to get back into this one. Look at the celebrations for Man City. It's huge for them. Oh, that's heartbreak. Absolute heartbreak. There's a brilliant pass through to him. No one's marking him, which is, you know, I was hoping for a little bit better defensive. Look, no one tracks him at all. They're all just stood dawdling. It's a good finish. There goes full time, and we won't get a point, boys. We won't get the point that I think we deserved, right? For the fight back there, I think we deserved the point in this one, but at the end of the day, we were playing Man City. It was always going to be difficult. What I wanted to see is us put up a fight and score some goals as well and look good on the attack, and I felt like we did. Harry Kane getting that goal was unbelievable from Harry Kane. The run for Bergwijn was fantastic as well for the first goal that Son gets, but Man City victorious today. Definitely going to have to learn defending on this year's game. But can you get all these stats now, which is great. They dominated possession. They had more shots than us, but only just. And we had a higher expected goals. We had a higher XG than they did. Just at the end of the day, couldn't pull it off. But you could tell the difference in styles. They were trying to keep the ball and pass it about a bit. We were trying to win the ball and get it up the pitch to get goals. And unluckily for us today, Man City with that dagger right at the end of the match. And there we go, guys. That's episode number 1. And that's flown by recording this. That's genuinely flown by. If you haven't gone and got EA Play now, go get it. If you've got Xbox Game Pass, you've got it already. Also, if you're on PC, get it on PC, PlayStation. I don't know how it works. I think you have to sub, but it's like £1 at the minute. It's like £1, 99 pence for it. Go and get it. I am really looking forward to hearing your guys' feedback on this first video. I appreciate each and every one of you. And if you're new around here, welcome to the family. It's good to have you on board. I can't wait to record the next episode. I'm going to give you a few hours to give me some feedback on transfers because the window will shut. So it'll give me a few hours just to focus on some other stuff, and then we'll be recording the second episode, which will be out straight away tomorrow. Not at this time, of course, because we'll have the game already. Thank you very much for watching, boys. I will see you in episode number 2.